I had a speed paint because I made like a complete video without me talking. I originally talked about something, but then I deleted it, and then I found out the day after that everyone was not talking about it, so I probably should have actually kept it, but I did not. And I didn't keep the speed paint in the background. I deleted it at some point, so enjoy some just random time lapses from Procreate. I'm sorry. That's all I have, okay? Don't leave me alone. Before I get into this, whatever this video is, it's been like 2 weeks, so I figured I should make something. As per tradition for us, my song in my AirPod for today is Kiss My Own Dick by David Shoddy. If you haven't listened to it, you don't know how addictive this song is. It's been my jam since like 2020 from one IQ edit. I still have it on my phone. You can probably tell I'm not alone since I'm not talking very loudly. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's gonna have to be like that. Since it's just gonna be a random ramble video, I can start by saying I hate how CapCut works when it's like, oh no, you don't have the video anywhere on your system, so it's gone now. Sorry, we can't find it. But you saved my project, dude. Why did you have to delete? Okay. Anyways. I don't know what I'm here to talk about, but I figured you've been depraved of me, so you should have something to watch on this uneventful Sunday. So let's just talk about things I hate. This was gonna be a video about one specific topic, but I didn't do that because how am I gonna talk like 20 minutes about one thing? I can't, unless it's haiku or something, I don't know. Lore of something. First of all, the video I was gonna make was talking about TikTok humor, which isn't humorous at all. It used to be, yeah, but not anymore. Because the only comments that you can find now under any like original piece of like work on TikTok is like, is he acoustic? Is he artistic? And like those edits of like editing everyone in the world, and it's like, you know, just an edit of Earth, like spinning or whatever. All the fucking comments in those videos are like, I'm using my rose story right now. The funny ones are when in those kinds of comment sections that it's like not me taking a shit, it's like, you know, realistic, relatable, funny at some points, I guess, but the rose toy comments are so, they're not funny. They've never been funny. I might just be autistic and I might just not have any experience under my belt ever. I know how to hold hands, but only kinda. But rose toy comments are not funny. They've never been funny, okay? Not once have I giggled at any of them, not even scoffed. I haven't smiled at them. They're not funny. The first time I saw like an "is he acoustic" like comment, it was funny because I'd never seen it before. But by that point it was already a trend and it's still going. Those comments are still everywhere. And the same with like "only in Ohio." What the fuck happens in Ohio? Huh? What? But when they're like "only in Norway," that's funny for me because I'm here, you know? But they, like the comments and the humor on TikTok is just pure like deteriorating brain rot. That's how I can like describe it, because it's zero effort, copy paste from everyone else, and it's, you know, not funny. I'm not claiming to be funny either. I am at 3 a.m. in my room, but you know, to others I'm probably not funny. But at least I can say I'm funnier than those comments, alright? I think so. Maybe. Like back in 2020 and like before that, even when TikTok was like a creative app, sure there were like dancing videos and whatnot, but things were funny and original. No, it's not. Yeah, like you can find rare gems sometimes. Like I found one that had like 30 likes of like a Sonic the Hedgehog plush over like a stand-up comedy routine or something. It was so funny. Like for me, like I don't laugh at it, but it stimulates my brain, you know? But now it's just so boring, and the same with the humor. Like the fairy comments from 2020 were so fucking funny because they were mean. But now everyone's just a little snowflake and gets mad and sad at everything. Like you're not allowed to have any kind of opinion, or else people will come for you and cancel you. And like some people deserve it, yeah, but like damn. Calm down. Nothing is that serious on TikTok. Shit. On the topic of TikTok, what this, I guess, not really template, but like this ready video was going to be like a week ago, week and a half, I don't remember. It was supposed to be about Gypsy Rose. Because what the fuck, why does everyone care on TikTok right now? And Instagram. Like her comment, everyone knows about the comment, alright? Like that one was really out of pocket, but like before that, like I was happy that she was getting released. I got some like TikToks about like some girly pop music in the background and like the like jail cell opening with a picture of her in the back, you know? That's fine, but the edits and the obsession, like I didn't know that people were basically forcing her to be on TikTok until like a few days ago when I watched a video about it on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like this woman has been locked up for years, and the second she's out is like, no, I need her on TikTok. I need her on this podcast with Trisha Paytas. It's like, no, you don't need that. Oh my god. She needs to enjoy her life, finally being free from like everything. She's with a husband, I guess. I don't know, there's some tea about him, but I don't know about that. Like, let the woman be and let her do things the way she wants to do it. And like shaming the husband for buying Gypsy Rose like shitty shoes, like no one fucking cares, my guy. They're shoes. But you like Crocs. Like Crocs are dope, you know? But when she gets, I don't remember what type of shoe it was, it's like, no, she deserves so much better. Huh? I don't get it, dude. Not at all. Like, TikTok is just a shithole in general. Jesus. Like, there's one thing I'm so happy about that I didn't do in 2020, and that is play Among Us. Like, people were crazy. I remember sitting in the classroom and, like, doing, like, every lunch period, dude. They would scream across the room, like, attacking each other, being like, no, it's her, no, it's him, it's... Shit. Now I'm, like, blanking out on what else I hate. So I'm kind of trying to get back into yaoi territory. Not with the fucked up ones. Okay, I'm leaving those behind. Oh, I just remembered something. We'll get back on that later, okay? But I was scrolling and I found like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure yaoi. It's like that was just a few minutes ago. And I was like, you know what? I have to just talk about it. This is like they're making it of everything, and at the same time, like shipping anime characters that are not of age to be doing anything. Ugh. And also on the homepage of a very legal manga reading website. Not lying. I saw Jinx. Now we all know my history with Jinx if you've seen the yaoi video that I've made. It has over 40 chapters by now. Over 40 chapters. And even on my YouTube, like, recommended, I got, like, yaoi shorts that were, no. I clicked on them because I have beef with a lot of these, and I just need to see how bad it's getting, because I've not been in that community for, like, a year or two at this point. I have not touched or read much, and if I have, it's, like, one volume out of a few, and left it at that, or they haven't released anything else yet, and they barely got into, like, eye contact, you know? It's like that TikTok meme. It's like, what happened to hello? What happened to that? Like, they can literally make eye contact, and the next page is just straight, like, full on. It's like, what? Like, I read it too, I know, but I at least do it for the plot, dude. Some of them have plot, okay? Like, there's something about being, like, driven by the yaoi aspect and having that as an addition. Those are two different things. One of them I read, that I think it has 2 volumes now. I still only have the first one. And I almost cried multiple times in one volume. Like, I think I spent 2 evenings reading it or something, because I was trying to do a routine where, like, you sleep better if you're not on your phone half an hour before you go to bed. I don't know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna read, because I have a few mangas I haven't read. I still have books I haven't read. And I read that one. It's, what was it called? Fangs? Something like that. It's about vampires. Sure, it's kind of like in the mix between the two, like driven by the yaoi aspect and having that in as an addition. But there was one thing that was so fucking sad, because, like, in this universe, from what I remember, because it's been a while, the vampires have like these parties, I guess, where they kind of like pick a mate for life. Because they can kind of like share blood and stuff between one another, you know? And they also get blood delivered to the door. Like they're like the milkman, but with blood, basically. And like I said, they like pick partners for life. And this one poor man had lost his partner and he was so depressed. And like we followed these two characters, like one guy who's just become a vampire who's like figuring this stuff out, which is where we learn all of this stuff. And, like the tutor guy, I guess you could call him, like takes him to that poor man. And you can tell how depressed he is because like the tutor, I'm just gonna call him a tutor guy, I don't know his name. He is like taking care of him, making sure he eats, like fixing his hair, like it was so sad. And there's also like, you know, the new vampire man. It's like kind of falling in love with the tutor guy, but he's like not getting the same thing back, and it's like you know, like there are some of those scenes, but it also has like not much of a plot, but kind of, and there is a lot of blood, which is to be expected, I guess. But like that one, like I said, is kind of a mix between the two. But then you have like, as an example of one of the YouTube shorts, since I brought that up instead of talking about a completely different manga. I have not read it, so I don't know what was actually happening, but from what I could tell, it was it was something. This one guy was in an office, like kind of stealing like USB or something, I don't know for what. And then this other guy shows up and like takes it and is like, what are you doing? And so the guy who was originally in there runs to the window to get out, and he gets stuck. He's too thick somehow, even though the way they drew it, he has plenty of space, but alright. And then suddenly his pants are down, and he feels something. What are we doing? What kind of story is that? Like, that's not romance, that's horror. Like, that is not something to just write casually about and be like, no, they're partners, like, they like each other. He didn't say yes. The other man didn't ask. He got stuck and then, like, boom. Huh? And then with Jinx now, suddenly it's like a love triangle happening. It's not a love triangle. That physical therapist should not be with that man, and you know it. You know it. What they have is not good. It's not good, and it's never been good, and it shouldn't be good. I don't know what's happening, you know? What are these stories? Like, they're not even stories. And then a topic of manga in general. I watched some like iceberg videos today about like horror manga. Why the fuck do so many of them need to include grape? I'm using that word instead. What is the point of that? Honestly, like, I get it's a horror thing, but they're kind of just making, like, I know it is, like, sadly and horrifically, it is, like, normal at this point for things like that to happen. Like, I don't like saying that, but, like, you get what I mean. And just, like, casually adding that for some fucking reason to a horror manga is like, or a horror movie for that matter, it's like, Why? What was the point of that? Like, I know it's kind of like a trope in horror movies that you need to see at least one pair of boobs, but like, bruh, not in that way. Hello? Like, that has been way too normalized in those kinds of media. And just sex in general, like, oh my god. Everything is just ruining our, like, perception of love these days. There's yaoi, there's manga, there's horror stuff, there's K-dramas, like, oh my god. Which is why I was, like, so desensitized to all of that back then, but then I took a long yaoi break because I just wasn't into it. Like, I couldn't find anything to read. That's why I made that yaoi video, because I was like, I've been away from this for a while, and now I realized how fucked up it is, and it is. I have some characters, like OCs with trauma, but not that kind of trauma. Like, my, like, most, like, trauma-filled character, I guess, who's Tonun, the character I paint. The only character I paint. He was just locked in a cave and went crazy. Like, he wasn't none of this. Like, you don't need to do that. I hope this doesn't sound bad to anyone, because it's hard to, like, get my thoughts out, you know? I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. I guess for a change of pace, another thing I hate is that, you know, I work at a gas station. I hate working there. I'm trying to find another job, but everyone says no. That's another thing I hate. Why do you need to say no, and why do you take so long to do so? Come on. Or not get an answer at all. It's like, okay, thanks. But recently, during my last few shifts, being on, like, the receiving end of, like, shit customers, it's, oh my god. Like, here it's, like, really cold out, and it's been really cold out, so, you know, it's normally get some complaints about, like, because we have a car wash and shit like that, like, it's not working because it's so cold. But don't come to me about it. I can't do anything about it. Like, not every customer's like that. I've had plenty of nice customers, like, way more nice customers, or neutral customers for that matter, than rude. But my god. Like, I can't do anything about the gas prices suddenly going up. I didn't stand behind the cash register and just put that in. It's like, no, it's more expensive, I'm sorry. It's routine. Like, no, I didn't do that. Shit. I know a lot of these topics shouldn't be in the same video, because some of them are dark and some of them are not, and I'm sorry. And lastly, I hate that I like a character that my friend adores and loves so much, and I feel bad for, like, liking him now, but I do. I'm not gonna tell her. It's gonna be my little secret. But if she finds out, she's gonna be so mad. Okay, anyways. I don't know what this video is. It's a train wreck, but it'll last until next time, I guess. Please give me ideas on what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. Please. Okay, goodbye. Beautiful diamond.
time.